Imagine a time of knights and castles, where chivalry and honor were the codes of the day, of vast deserts and sacred holy cities, where ancient traditions and beliefs clashed. A time of bloody battles and brave heroes, where the clash of swords echoed through the ages. This is the time of the Third Crusade, a monumental clash of civilizations between Christian Europe and the Muslim world, each fighting for control of the Holy Land. At the heart of this epic conflict were two legendary figures, Richard I, King of England, known as Richard the Lionheart, and Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria. Richard, a towering figure with fiery red hair, was a warrior king who inspired fear and admiration. He lived for battle and craved glory, always seeking to expand his realm and his renown. Saladin, a shrewd strategist and a devout Muslim, was known for his chivalry, wisdom and unwavering faith. He was a fierce defender of his faith and his people, always ready to lead them into battle. The clash between these titans would decide the fate of the Holy Land, a land revered by both sides, and their legacies would be remembered for centuries to come. The Third Crusade, which lasted from 1189 to 1192, was a pivotal moment in medieval history. It was sparked when Saladin, leading his Muslim army, captured Jerusalem in 1187. Jerusalem, sacred to both Christians and Muslims, was a prize coveted by both sides. Its loss sent shockwaves through Europe, igniting a religious fervor that culminated in the Third Crusade. The goal? To reclaim Jerusalem for Christendom. Richard the Lionheart embodied the quintessential warrior king. He was a skilled swordsman, a charismatic leader, and a fearless commander. Richard believed in leading from the front, inspiring his troops with his courage and martial prowess. He was a master of siege warfare, as demonstrated by his capture of the strategic port city of Acre. However, his ambition and thirst for battle sometimes overshadowed his strategic thinking. Section 4. Saladin, a sultan and a scholar. Saladin was a different breed of leader. Known for his piety, justice and chivalry, he was respected even by his enemies. Saladin was a master strategist, preferring to choose his battles carefully. He employed cunning tactics, like scorched earth policy, to weaken his enemies. He was also a skilled diplomat, understanding the importance of alliances and negotiations. Section 5. The Battle of Arsuf, a clash of swords. The Battle of Arsuf in 1191 was one of the most significant and decisive battles of the Third Crusade, marking a turning point in the campaign. Richard's army, marching down the coast from Acre, was constantly harassed by Saladin's forces, who used guerrilla tactics to weaken the Crusaders. Richard maintained disciplined formations, repelling repeated attacks with strategic precision and unwavering resolve. At the opportune moment, he unleashed his heavy cavalry, a formidable force of knights, which decisively routed Saladin's forces and turned the tide of the battle. The victory at Arsuf cemented Richard's reputation as a military genius and a fearless leader, celebrated throughout history for his strategic brilliance. Section 6. Respect amidst conflict, chivalry and diplomacy. Despite their fierce rivalry, Richard and Saladin displayed remarkable respect for each other. There were moments of chivalry, like when Richard, upon learning of Saladin's illness, sent him his personal physician and fresh fruit. They also engaged in negotiations, understanding that a decisive victory might not be possible. They exchanged gifts and courtesies, a testament to their mutual admiration. Section 7. Legacies of the Crusade, an uneasy peace. While Richard ultimately failed to recapture Jerusalem, he achieved a significant victory in negotiating a truce with Saladin in 1192. This truce was a remarkable diplomatic achievement, considering the intense and prolonged conflict between the Crusaders and the Muslim forces. The Treaty of Jaffa granted Christian pilgrims access to Jerusalem, a major concession. This allowed pilgrims to visit the holy sites without fear of persecution, fostering a sense of religious tolerance and coexistence. The truce, a testament to their diplomacy, brought a temporary peace to the Holy Land. It was a fragile peace, but it provided a much-needed respite from the relentless warfare that had plagued the region. Both Richard and Saladin left behind legacies that transcended their lifetimes. Their actions during the Crusades shaped the course of history and influenced future generations of leaders and warriors. They became symbols of chivalry, courage and leadership, their names forever etched in the annals of history. Their stories continue to inspire and remind us of the complex interplay between war and diplomacy.